hot and humid conditions, and the response that they wanted, he was up to the mark. Excellent work, running between the wicket, strike rotation, response against the short ball, and against the spinners down the track. The footwork has been immaculate from him.
It's quite interesting to see that Pakistan is only for the second time in last 4 years conceded a century opening stand, and we only witnessed in the first ODI against Afghanistan that they got a team bowled out for their lowest total. Quite interesting how different days the game is completely different. Today Afghanistan looked to be in a very good commanding position, not giving away anything, not playing any loose shots. That's really good cricket today.
A lot of cricket coming up, competitive cricket against high quality oppositions, the Asia Cup, the World Cup in Indian subcontinent, in India to be precise. This betting response from Afghanistan will convince many people that they should be playing regularly with Afghanistan in limited overs cricket in particularly. Overthrow.
And both the batters have a good understanding of running between the wicket. They haven't felt any fear going for the run. So we've seen throughout this innings that they have just responded to the call of one another. They've taken quick run, and all of this is really important to building the partnership, because if you change the strike, all of a sudden the bowler is bowling to another batsman, you do not get the chance to set him up and all that. So this has really been good. Wow, that's a good turn.
Encouraging signs for Afghan spinners, Rashid Khan, Nabi and Mujib as well. Grip and turn. That will turn sharply. That will certainly encourage the Afghan. Mujib as well. Spinners sitting in the dugout at the moment, what they can do with the ball in hand. Sharply. Swept away. Excellent effort. Iftikhar Ahmed. Pakistan continuing to show impression in the field.
Well, their fielding has absolutely been amazing today, and in the first ODI we've seen that they have given 100% out in the field. They have taken catches, they have put their bodies behind the ball, and if not allowed for extra runs be conceded.
Will be another run, bit of agitation between the two batters there. So that marks the end of the 23rd over. Afghanistan progressing along.
चाहिए चांद सा रोशन चेहरा नए लक से। धूल मिट्टी से स्किन डल होती है जैसे ये बीड्स। विटामिन सी और ग्लिसरीन वाली लक्स ग्लो टेक्नोलॉजी स्किन को रोशन करे। नया लक्स जो दे चांद सा रोशन चेहरा।
कोका कोला के साथ जीते हर हफ्ते 1800 सीसी कार। कैप के अंदर कोड ढूंढे, मिस्ड कॉल दें, कॉल बैक आने पर कोड एंटर करें और जीते हर हफ्ते 1800 सीसी कार।
Some start by Afghanistan here. Haven't lost a wicket. 104 on the board. Keep having to remind everyone what happened the other day here in the first one-day international. Bundled out for under 60, so this has been some performance by these two. I think it's important that the two of them actually go on here. I know that they've got a start, but if you think what's to come, there's a man whose player will be playing in just his 4th one-day international. Current rate 221. They would be looking more around that 260 mark with all these wickets in hand, that acceleration in the last 10 or 15 overs.
I think that's what Hasmutullah Shahidi wanted. The tossman from his Raja asked him what's the score he'd be happy about. He sets 260. If Afghanistan don't get 260, he'll be very disappointed with the effort from now onwards. It's important one of these players go and get a big one, and the rest of the batters does play wrong and make sure that 260 mark is a must.
There is a little bit of turn there for the spin. And Afghanistan will look at that with 3 very fine spinners in their attack. But whether it turns in the evening, well, that remains to be seen. We know that all around the world, come evening time, that pitches tend to change a little bit under the lights. 105 without loss.
कोका कोला के साथ जीते हर हफ्ते 1800 सीसी कार। कैप के अंदर कोड ढूंढे, मिस्ड कॉल दें, कॉल बैक आने पर कोड एंटर करें और जीते हर हफ्ते 1800 सीसी कार।
Do you think, does this ground also change a little bit under the lights? Does the surface change somewhat?
History says it. I think up in Dambulla and Hambantota, the two venues, once lights takes over, there is some movement for the bowler especially. So a huge shot by Ramla Gurbaz, dragged down by Usama. And that went a long way. A massive stroke to a settled batsman like Gurbaz. He's not going to miss out. A brilliant maximum.
We've seen him come down the wicket already to spin, but here he uses his feet the other way. Just a little push off the front foot so that he can clear his left-hand side. Gets a good swing of the bat. He doesn't hit small sixes either, Ramanullah Gurbaz. He hits them a long way. That one, 82 metres.
There are a lot of cricket here. Gurbaz, Pinha Pantara, playing in the LPL. Knows the conditions well. He knows the pockets where it is and the wind direction as well. 3 sixes. Last game, not a single sixer was scored. Just to finish off the point on the venue's HD, it certainly does. We did the pitch report, didn't see any moisture, but come the second innings, Haris Rauf, Nasim Shah, especially seam movement, not so swing, but definitely seam movement.
Well, Afghanistan do have Faisal Farooqi, but Azmatullah Ormazai is not playing today. He does get the ball to nip around if there is something on offer, but there is spin. Will there be spin at night? That's the question. If there is, they'll be licking their lips, Afghanistan.
Hello.
All time. Depends on the due factor, isn't it? Last game didn't last long. Probably the game was done by 8:30, 8:45. Maybe if there is due, I think the three spinners won't have that effect in the second innings. But if there is not,
Gurbaz is just struggling here at the non-strikers end now. A little bit earlier, he had a problem, what we thought might have been tennis elbow, but I tell you
It's such
what
a
else can happen here is, it is hot. The fluid that you lose out there, you can just start to cramp a little bit. Now, I know you might think that that's absurd. You lose that much fluid, you can get cramp in your hands, you can get cramp absolutely everywhere. I just wonder if Ramanullah Gurbaz is cramping slightly. Because that's what seems to be happening with the physio. The physiotherapist seems to be trying to rub the muscle.
Initially, even I thought it's either a wrist strain or a tennis elbow. This is Ramanullah Gurbaz for you today. Started off very well. Now went a maximum of Shaheen Shah. Freddie shot on the leg side, clipped away. Anything short, he's been quite strong. It was a nice sweep shot. Square leg was in front. Make sure that he went behind square. He's a player that Afghanistan will always look into to get that good start going into the Asia Cup, the World Cup. It's very important that Ramanullah Gurbaz, being the wicketkeeper batter, stays fit. As you correctly said, most of the players who don't play much in this time of the year, it's a dry heat. It hasn't rained for a long time in this part of the world. Fluid factor is a very important factor. Hopefully it's not too bad and continue and be effective as he is before.
There is an overrate that the umpires will be concerned about. And They won't allow for Gurbaz to have medical treatment every single over. At some point they will draw a line underneath it and say that he has to go off. But he won't want to. Because while he has a good rhythm, Zadran hasn't quite found his. He's striking at just around 50%. End of the 25th, 113 without loss.
चाहिए चांद सा रोशन चेहरा नए लक से। धूल मिट्टी से स्किन डल होती है जैसे ये बीड्स। विटामिन सी और ग्लिसरीन वाली लक्स ग्लो टेक्नोलॉजी स्किन को